Welcome to Beating Cancer Daily. Beating stage 4 cancer for 30 years still takes my breath away every time I say it. I'm Saranne, founder of the Comedy Cures Foundation, and I hope you'll join me for just a few minutes daily for the next 365 days so we may laugh, learn, maybe cry a little as we live our best days beating cancer daily together. I love Tumor Humor Days. This is part of the Tumor Humor Challenge that I talk about on different episodes. I created it because I wanted to see if I could find at least 31 days where I could find the humor in my cancer journey. And some of it's based on being a patient. Some of it's based on being a survivor. Some of it's based on being a caretaker or a healthcare professional. But I just love laughing and I wanted to see if I could do this. And this is part of this project that I did. So I'll share my humor with you and then I'll explain how I got there, because part of the reason why I wanted to do this 365-day podcast was so that I could help you develop your comic perspective. Because I believe that my comic perspective and my love of comedy and my love of laughing really helped get me through some of the most difficult days. Here we go. So here's the joke. Me, before my diagnosis, alternative medicine is silly. Me, after my diagnosis, of course I was skeptical about alternative medicine. My spirit crystals weren't correctly aligned with the universal energies of positivity and saffron. Oh, that comes from the fact that I did and still do so many complementary medicine practices. I did all my traditional medicine. I did 3 surgeries, 44 radiation treatments, over 2 years of chemotherapy. So I did everything. But I also tried lots of complementary medicine practices. And my thinking was, what did I have to lose? And I found a lot of humor in the discovery process. I do think you should always check with your medical team to see how they feel about certain practices that you want to try, and not just go rogue and be doing all this stuff on your own without guidance, because sometimes they can really be contraindicated and you don't want to get yourself in a pickle because you're doing things that will really cause you little problems within your treatments. But back to the tumor humor. The other thing is that I have met people who have done such extreme things, and I actually tried some crazy things too. So it's really funny when you hear all the different things that people try, but it's also really interesting when you meet people who, before they have cancer, will not do anything complementary, will not meditate, will not pray, will not do massages or acupuncture. But when they get a diagnosis, all of a sudden, everything is open. And that's where that joke came from, that when you do have your back against the wall, you will try anything. And then the funnier part comes when people justify why all of a sudden, when they used to criticize you for doing alternative and complementary things, now because they need them, it's all fine. So that's my tumor humor for today. I wanted you to understand how I take something from my cancer journey and then I look at it from all sides and then I try to find the humor in it. And that's how I develop my comic perspective. What's even more fun is when you show that joke to somebody that has cancer, or you show that to somebody with a great sense of humor, or a comedian like one of my Comedy Cures comedians, and then they help you make it even funnier. They help you see a perspective that you might not see yet. And that causes socialization, that causes a lot of laughter. And so I encourage you to write your own comedy about your own cancer journey. I have many lessons about that coming up and so far in this whole Beating Cancer Daily podcast, but continue to do it. Please go to the record us button on comedycures.org and share your tumor humor with me, or write it to me through the Write Us feature. I would love to hear what you're working on. And who knows, maybe it'll make it onto this podcast. Just let me know when you send me your tumor humor if you want credit for it, and we will credit you if we use it on social media in an audiogram. If it's an original piece, if it's not, and you've just heard it, make sure we know that you don't know who wrote it so that we can say that we don't know the author of it. Thank you so much. Hopefully you'll send it. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you guys know this, but Beating Cancer Daily is a listener and donor-supported podcast and community. So if you have some extra change, I'd love you to go to comedycures.org and make a donation today of whatever level is comfortable for you. And it will be tax deductible to the extent allowed by law, because Comedy Cures is a nonprofit 501c3 organization founded from my chemo chair, April 1999. And we've been going strong ever since. So please consider making a donation today and help our community and this podcast thrive. Thanks so much. See you tomorrow. Guess what time it is? It's time for me to read the disclaimer. Beating Cancer Daily and the membership circle are not in lieu of medical advice or treatment. They are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your healthcare team to review your best strategy. Thanks for listening.